Hello, my name is Simon of Moonstar Board Games. In this series, what I like to do is discuss a game which I really like or even love and why you might like it too. Now, I won't be giving a full description of how the game plays in intricacy. So I won't. This isn't a rules, how to teach this game or anything like that. Just core concepts and beliefs as to why I think this is a game which you should really take a strong look at. Um, that being said, I will give a high level overview. So today we are looking at Batman, the animated series Gotham City Under Siege by Richard Launius and Michael Guglielmo. This is an IDW game. RIP IDW games, by the way. I'm pretty sure they are no longer doing it, which is super sad because they made some great games, um, including the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, um, dungeon crawl games, which I do have. They're in Scotland, unfortunately. So, Batman. This is the only Batman game I will ever, ever need. Ever need. I have played the other big box Batman games. I'm not gonna say which games I'm talking about. These guys IDW have another one of them, very similar to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. But for me, I have this. I don't need those huge games. I don't need them. I do have with this. I do have the Monsters and Mayhem, or what's the expansion? I do have the expansion for this game, which I forget exactly what it's called. It's this expansion. These are the cards that it removed. I actually have this game fully sleeved. Masterminds and Mayhem is the expansion. I have this game fully sleeved. Everything is sleeved, and I even have. So it comes with plastic minis for the characters that you can play. So here is. I'll just get in Batman. Here is the Batman mini. You're not gonna be able to see him very well, I guess. Trust me, he's a mini. He's an okay. The minis are okay, but I actually got from TM and DC Comics from the Jada Toys. I actually got the metal painted painted minis. So in this game, this is a purely cooperative game. It's a purely co-op game in which you will be playing as either Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and his apprentices. I think they're called uh, Bat Batgirl, Catwoman, and Robin. You'll be playing as either one of those characters, and you will be setting up a board with buildings, 9 buildings, uh, that is surrounded by henchmen and masterminds from the Batman universe. You'll be surrounded by them. You will then be rolling dice. Those dice will then allow you to conduct certain actions on your player board. Each player, each character, whether it's Batman or Robin, has different actions that they can do with different places for their dice depending on what they roll. There is a wounded side if you get a little bit more damage, which kind of buffs you up a little bit. Each character is very different, so you will be rolling dice, placing those dice against the actions that you can do on your player dashboard in order to kill thugs and complete mission objectives as well as stop the masterminds themselves. The game is split into 3 acts, so each act you need to overcome in order to get to the next act, and you have a finale, and it's very cinematic. You have all of the masterminds, and they're all super thematic. So we have Lockup, the Red Claw, Condiment King, Mister Freeze, the Grey Ghost. If it's in the animated series, it is in this game, and each of these little cards make this the most thematic, or at least the most thematically enjoyable IP game that I have. I'm trying to find the I should have had this set up sooner. So yeah, I mean, so okay, where's Two Face? So we have Two Face. Two Face, here he is. Here's our guy. Comes with four henchmen. Well, no, eight villains. Sorry, he takes four in order to kill. But for a lot of these masterminds, you have to do a certain task before you're able to kill the mastermind themselves. So the task is after dealing four damage to Two Face, flip his coin, and there's a token that's actually his coin. Where is it? Here it is. There's our token. Here's the Two Face coin. So flip the token. If you get the unscarred face up, Two Face is defeated. If you get the scarred face up, you can choose one of the following. Two Face is defeated, and you roll a die, becoming wounded on an odd number, which means that you're potentially going to die very soon. Or Two Face escapes to the clockwise adjacent battlefield, so he goes around the city. Just these little things. There's a Riddler in here where you have to put all of his clues around the city, and you need to move to all different parts of the city to get all of the clues in order to complete his objective before you can kill him. It's so good. I mean, I'm looking at each of them right now. Poison Ivy is immune to damage until her plant tokens are defeated. When Poison Ivy appears, draw and place two plant tokens on the battlefield. There's Man Bat, which you can only get if you're on, so you can move uh, your your hero can be in the streets or can be on a building. As you play through the game, these buildings will be destroyed by thugs if you're not very good, which makes the game harder and also is one of the conditions to lose the game. It's I don't need another Batman game. I don't. This has everything. It has everything. All of the acts have it has everything. The one issue I guess you could say with this game is that because it's a cooperative game, at the end of the day, it is an efficiency puzzle. So not unlike Pandemic, for instance, any cooperative game, to be frank, the game does ultimately boil down to can we as a team do enough numbers in order to reach above the number that we have been told by the game we need to get. um, once you play through it and you see all of the masterminds, and you'll see a lot of them. You'll play maybe two games and you've seen everything that the game has. At that point, it is quote unquote just an efficiency puzzle. I think it is a better efficiency puzzle at its heart than Pandemic, because I like the dice rolling. I like figuring out where to place them. I like the fact that each of the heroes are so different, they're so asymmetric that there are synergies that you can figure out and combinations that you can figure out between the two or between the four. It plays up to four players. I don't believe it plays five. Oh no, it does. It plays five players. I would never play it with five players. Fly. Jeez. Um, it's not a 45 minutes to 60-minute game. This is a 2-hour game. Don't believe the box. It's a lie. But if you love the animated series of Batman, which I do, or you just like Batman generally, animated series being where Harley Quinn came about. So the animated series is extremely important in the lore and canon of Batman. This is a truly remarkable game. It's so the game itself, the rules are not. I wouldn't say they're simple. This is not a casual. This is not Pandemic. It's more involved than that, because each player has all the different options, and because there are so many different masterminds and so much going on, it's not a casual game. And I think that might be why it didn't do as well as it probably should have, as in my opinion it should have done. So it's not a simple game. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't. So I'm lost track of thought on that because I'm kind of the game didn't do well. It didn't do well. Got one expansion. It's Richard Launius. It's a big name, big designer, IDW, but I don't think it did very well. And actually, it's really hard to find. Talking about how to play, it's kind of hard to find how to play this on YouTube. There's not many people talking about it. It's out of print now too, but you can get it. It's available. It's out there. Um, yeah, it's for me. It's a perfect thematic game in a box, which is not competitive, which is cooperative, so everyone can enjoy the theme together, which does those little, with very few words, does something that just makes perfect sense for the theme, for the character that is being utilized in the playing of the game. Once you've played through it twice, you'll see everything it has to do from the thematic gimmicky sense, and then it becomes a very strong, very good uh, cooperative efficiency puzzle. But you can play it one player. I've played this game a few times one player. So it is an interesting puzzle. For me, I don't particularly like efficiency puzzles for the sake of efficiency puzzling. So I don't like Pandemic. I love Pandemic Legacy, but I don't like Pandemic. You're just kind of, I feel like you're just doing the same thing again and again. But if you like thematic games, if you want the only Batman game you will ever need, please pick up Batman, the animated series, Gotham City, Under Siege. What a name. That might also be one of the reasons why it didn't do so well, because it has just such a long, silly name. But it's an amazing game, and I would really, really recommend you check it out. Thank you very much.